You have been saving for retirement your whole career, consistent, responsible, doing everything right, contributing to your 401k, watching the balance grow, telling yourself you are on track. You are not on track. Not because you have not saved enough, because the plan you have been following was built on assumptions that collapsed decades ago, and nobody updated the plan. The average American household approaching retirement has saved approximately $185,000. The amount needed to fund a 20-year retirement at a modest $50,000 a year is $1,250,000. That is not a small gap. That is a structural failure built into the plan itself, hiding in plain sight for 30 years. So here is the question this video is going to answer. Why is your retirement plan a fantasy? Not because you are irresponsible, because the plan you were handed was built for a world that no longer exists, and nobody told you that when they handed it to you. Stay with this one, because the second reason, the one about where your retirement plan actually came from, is going to change how you see the account you have been trusting your entire career. 2 reasons your retirement plan is a fantasy built on a foundation that no longer exists. The first reason, it was built for a world that is gone. This is not a criticism of your discipline. This is a diagnosis of the system you were handed. The traditional American retirement model was built on 3 assumptions. All 3 made sense in the world they were designed for. None of them reliably hold today. Assumption 1. You will work for the same employer for 30 to 40 uninterrupted years. In 1970, the average American worker stayed at the same company for over 20 years. Today, the median job tenure in the US is 4.1 years. Every time you change jobs, every layoff, every restructure, every career pivot, your contributions pause. Your employer match pauses. The compounding loses momentum it never fully recovers. The plan assumed 40 uninterrupted years. Has your career looked like that? For most people, it has not. And the plan was never adjusted for that reality. Assumption 2. A pension would cover what personal savings could not. In 1980, 83% of private sector workers had access to a defined benefit pension. Today, that number is 15%. The safety net the retirement model was explicitly built around, a guaranteed monthly income for life, has been removed from beneath the feet of most American workers over the last 4 decades. Think about your own situation. Do you have a pension? A real one? Guaranteed monthly income for life regardless of what markets do? Or do you have a 401k, a balance that fluctuates, that you manage yourself, that runs out the moment it hits 0? Those are not the same thing. The plan you inherited assumed the first. Most of you are working with only the second. Assumption 3. You would retire at 65 and live for roughly 10 to 12 more years. The retirement age of 65 was set in 1935, when the average American life expectancy was 61. The system was designed for most people to never collect. Today, a 65-year-old American can expect to live to approximately 85. That is a 20-year retirement. Your savings need to last twice as long as the plan was designed to support. And the $315,000 average healthcare cost per couple in retirement was never factored into the original model at all. Here is what stacking all 3 means for you personally. You are probably not working uninterrupted the way the model assumed. You almost certainly do not have a pension the way the model assumed. And you will live significantly longer and spend far more on healthcare than the model ever accounted for. The plan has not failed you. The plan was never designed for your reality. And if this is making you want to question every other financial assumption you were handed, every video on this channel starts with why. Why your salary is keeping you poor. Why saving 20% is bad advice. Why working harder is making you poorer. Every rule you were given about money, questioned. The truth. You are not behind because you failed the plan. You are behind because the plan failed you. The second reason. Your 401k was never meant to be your retirement plan. Most Americans believe the 401k is the vehicle designed to carry them from their working years to financial freedom. Here is what it actually is. A tax loophole that was never intended to become anyone's primary retirement vehicle. In 1978, Congress passed the Revenue Act. Buried inside it was Section 401, Paragraph K, allowing employees to defer compensation into a tax-advantaged account. It was designed as a supplemental benefit for corporate executives, a way to shelter bonus income from taxes. That was the entire intention. A benefits consultant named Ted Benna spotted the provision in 1980 and realized it could apply to all employees. He pitched it as a way for companies to offer retirement benefits at a fraction of the cost of a pension. Companies jumped at it, not because it was better for employees, because it was dramatically cheaper for them. A pension is a guaranteed liability a company must fund regardless of market conditions. A 401k transfers that obligation entirely to you. Market goes up, you benefit. Market goes down, you absorb it. You live longer than expected? Your problem. You make poor investment decisions? Your problem. The 401k did not replace the pension because it was a better retirement vehicle. It replaced the pension because it was a better deal for the companies offering it. Now, here is where this lands directly on you. A 401k has a contribution limit. In 2024, $23,000 a year. At the maximum, invested for 20 years at 7%, you accumulate approximately $1,060,000. That sounds like enough. Until you remember a 20-year retirement at $50,000 a year requires $1,250,000. Without the $315,000 in healthcare costs. And less than 14% of Americans actually hit the maximum every year. So ask yourself right now, are you maxing your 401k every year? If you are in a rare minority. And even then, the math barely clears the line. If you are not, you are relying on a tool that was not designed to fund your retirement, contributing below its own ceiling, and calling it a plan. That is not a plan. That is hope dressed up as discipline. The 401k is a tool, a useful one. Use it. But a hammer is not a house. Max your 401k, yes. Take every employer match, yes. And then ask the question most people never ask. What else? What income stream runs alongside it? What asset produces cash flow when the balance draws down? What is the plan for healthcare before Medicare? What covers the years between 60 and 65 if you want to stop working before the system allows it? A 401k answers none of those questions. It grows a number on a screen and hopes the number is big enough when the time comes. For most Americans, it will not be. The lesson. A 401k is a tool. It was never the plan. Stop treating it like one. The closing. What clarity looks like from here. So here is the answer, and what clarity looks like from here. 2 reasons, same result. The plan was built on assumptions that have all collapsed. Uninterrupted employment, a pension, a short retirement. None of those exist the way the model required. And the 401k, the vehicle you were handed to replace the pension, was never designed to carry the entire weight. It has limits. It transfers risk to you. And even at maximum contributions, it falls short of what a real retirement costs. So here is what urgency actually looks like, not panic. Clarity. Step 1. Calculate your actual retirement number, your annual expenses multiplied by 25. That is your target. Step 2. Calculate your gap, what you have saved versus what you need. Do not look away from that number. It is the most important number in your financial life. Step 3. Ask what else. The 401k is one tool. What are the other income streams? Taxable accounts, real estate, a business, skills that generate income independent of an employer. A retirement plan that works in today's economy is not a single account. It is a portfolio of income sources that do not all collapse under the same assumptions. You are not too late, but the window is smaller than the plan you were handed ever admitted. The gap between $185,000 and $1,250,000 does not close by contributing a little more to the same vehicle that created it. It closes by asking a completely different question. Not, am I contributing enough to my 401k, but, is my retirement plan actually built for the world I am retiring into? For most people, the honest answer is no. The sooner you see that clearly, the more time you have to build something that is. If this video made you question one assumption about your financial future, there are 7 more videos on this channel that will question the rest. Every one starts with why. Because every rule you were handed about money deserves a harder question. Remember this: the retirement plan you inherited was built for a world that no longer exists. Build one for the world you are actually in.